Hello and welcome to the orientation video for Comp 250 class. My name is Ali Kararudi and I'll be your instructor throughout this class. A little bit about me. First of all, you can find all the information about me on my educational website at this address. It's a Google site, so in order to find me, you can simply go online to your Google and look for Ali Scary Kararudi. And yes, that's the pronunciation for it. So when you find me, usually the first link popping up is this link, Ali Kiarudi Meet Ali. Just click over there and this about page is going to open up. So you're going to know a little bit more about me. I have done a bachelor's in electrical and electronics engineering and a master's in software engineering with focus on cloud computing. So pretty much been in the business and industry for about 15 years, and I have been teaching for as long as 10 years now. Besides teaching, I'm working as a contractor for PG&E and Google. Every now and then, I do some coding projects for whomever pays me money or needs that. I also am a scuba diving instructor, so I teach people how to do a scuba dive. Also, I'm a skydiving and paragliding instructor. So if anybody out there wants to learn how to jump off of a hill or out of a plane, I'll be more than happy to help them. I also consider myself an animal lover, and I have a little son called Devil that you can see him over here. A beautiful Doberman that gives me all the comfort and love when I'm going back home to. So it's enough about me. Let's talk about the class and the course you have enrolled in. So we're talking about Comp 250 course. We will be using Canvas Shell for delivery of this course, and I'll walk you through everything that you need during this video. But before we go there, let me just give you a heads up that there are going to be multiple videos used in this class, either as a lecture or a tutorial or training, that are all coming out of YouTube. I strongly recommend you to go to YouTube and look for Ali Kararudi. You're going to find my photo here. Subscribe to the channel, please. I'm going to be posting educational videos here. As you can see, all the educational videos that we're going to be using have been posted over here. I also every now and then post extracurricular videos over here in this channel, which is very helpful for you to review and learn from. So go ahead, subscribe over there. You will be in need of leaving comments later on the videos to prove your um, reviewing of those videos. So that's all about that. Again, you can simply just look for Ali Kararudi, and that's going to bring you up to my channel, and you can subscribe to the channel. Anyway, those videos are also pasted in the canvas, so don't worry, you don't need to search for any specific video. I'll show you momentarily how to get there. So on the canvas shell, on the left side, when you click on the modules down here, okay, you will be brought into this page. Every module, first of all, you're going to have 15 modules. Let me scroll down. There are a total of 15 modules plus the final exam, okay? Every module is scheduled with due dates. What you see in this video is a raw canvas shell that I'm using for this class, which is going to be coming between most of iterations of this class. Therefore, you're not going to see the deadlines right now. But every assignment, every activity, every discussion has a deadline, and I'm going to explain how to go through those. To begin with, Module 0 is about this course. In Module 0, you're going to have this orientation video that you just clicked on, and then you're going to have the course syllabus. When you click on this, you're going to be brought to the course syllabus, and all the information about this course is written over here. The other thing that you can do to get to this point is to choose syllabus from this menu on the left side. Okay, if I click on the syllabus here, I'm going to be sent to the syllabus page and be able to review the syllabus. So in the syllabus, you're going to have the student learning outcome. So you're going to know what's going to be happening at the end of this class upon successful completion, of course. I'm not going to read it out for you because I want you to review the syllabus by yourself and ask questions. There are some course requirements over here. It is telling you what this course is, what is the outside work. It is important to note that you're expected to spend about 6 to 8 hours per week on top of the time you spend to watch the lectures. So um, one may put this time aside like 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day. If you want to just knock it out during the weekend, you can do that too, with one caveat: the deadlines are spread over the week. So you're going to be asked to submit something midweek and something by the end of the week. So remember that. Um, when you scroll down here, there are some notes to you. I want you all to very carefully read this do not copy work. I am a fond of academic integrity, and I don't want you to copy anybody else's work or copy off of internet and submit to me. What I love to see in this class is the work you have done by yourself, and I really appreciate that work, even if that is not the best. As long as it is your work, it is valuable for me. Okay, so remember, there is no extra credit offered in this course, and there is a late policy that says no late assignment is accepted unless I'm offering late assignment submission. It is important to note that I am a fond of equal opportunity. And if I just grant the deadline extension to one or two students, all the other students are not going to benefit from this. So if comes a situation that more than 75% of the class can benefit from some kind of extension or help with the assignment submission, then I would definitely do that. It will be posted to the announcements. As you can see, we have the link to the announcements on the left hand side. When you click over there, the announcements are going to pop up. As of now, there is no announcement, and when there is, of course, you can see it listed here. If you register your good email with Canvas, Canvas will automatically send you an email when I post an assignment to the course. Okay, so scrolling down even more, you're going to look at the grading methods. There is a consistent scheme of grading week to week. So each week you're going to do two activities, which they're going to total to 13 points, and you're going to post discussions for 10 points total. Remember, there's going to be an original post and two responses. I'm going to talk about them momentarily. And then finally, you're going to take a quiz for 50 points. So as you can see, each week is valued for 73 points that you guys are going to earn and move from there. Okay, so this is an online course, meaning we're not going to have no face-to-face meeting. As I said earlier in this video, I'm going to use and utilize Zoom application in order to virtually meet with you. My office hours on are Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Zoom. You can simply click on this Zoom link over here, join me in the office hour, and we're going to have a virtual conference that is going to let you ask any question that you have, and or if you need any help, I'll be more than happy to help you. If you're using a phone, so you can use this number, or if you're using your Skype, you can just click here, and when you click on this link, join Skype for Business, then you can directly link to the same Zoom meeting that I have through the Skype app. However, my experience is it's sometimes problematic for students to join through Skype. Therefore, I want you to try to do the Zoom as much as you can, or as far as you can. There is a course summary down here. Right now, they're just listed by name. And later, when I add the deadlines for your course, they're going to be listed by the deadline. So you can easily come down here and see all the activities that are due in this class. You can either click on here and directly be taken to the assignment, as you just saw, or let me just go back, or you can just click next down the pages and navigate through. So when you click on home, it's going to just take you to the modules and you will start from the scratch up here. Okay, so module 0, we talked about it. We talked about the course syllabus. Let's look at one of the modules as an example. Before we delve into one module, notice that the struct of a module stays the same. It always starts with the module overview. You see that? Module 2 overview, module 3 overview, and so on. Then it starts with a couple of pages, sometimes one page, sometimes two, and maximum of 4 pages, as you can see, which are the lecture pages. And then I'm moving to the next one. See here, we have just one lecture page, again, one lecture page, sometimes 2, 3, or 4. And then after the lecture page come the activities. We have 2 activities per week. And then we have the discussion, which is going to be one per week. And then finally the quiz, and then you have the summary. Okay. And again, look at it. Module 6 is the same, 7 is the same, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be the consistent scheme all over this course. So you know what to expect even before you come back to your Canvas at the beginning of that week. So let's review this entire module and see what is inside. So when you open the module overview, just click on this, you're going to be given an overview of what is going to be happening in this specific module. So usually this explanation on the top is telling you what is the goal of this module, what will be covered in this module, and sometimes a brief history of what we're going to be working on during this module. Okay, and then you're going to have the module learning outcomes. This is going to tell you what you will learn in this module. Okay, so it's awesome and outstanding act to come back to this at the end of the module and look at those and think about those and make sure you have fully understood what's supposed to be understood at the end of this module. Then you have a to-do list. I personally love to have a to-do list for whatever I do, because between everything that is happening in my life, without a to-do list, I can simply fall off the cliff without knowing what I missed. Okay, so usually there are 2 sections, a section study and a section submit activities. And the section study, you're going to be given a list of the pages you should have studied or you should study. And then submit activities are what you really need to submit to me for grade. These are all graded activities. And if you look at it, these 4 activities are common between every single module that you will go through. For example, let's start with an overview of computers and programming languages. If I click over here, I'm going to be taken to that page. Notice that on those pages, you're going to have a mixture of text, media like video over here, graphics, okay, and sometimes images or tables like this. So what you have to do is you have to carefully read through every single line, look at every single image, study every single table, and watch every single video that is being offered to you. Okay, sometimes this mixture is smaller, sometimes it's larger, depending on what we are teaching in that module. The values and the amount of information in different format is going to be changed and balanced. Okay, then processing a C++ program, programming with the problem analysis, coding, execution cycle, and so on. And then you get to the submit activities. So basically the overview page is the guide to that specific module with the link to everything that should happen. Okay, let's take a look at one of these videos. This is the videos for classes and objects from module 10. Okay, as you can see, this one, this instructional page, is kind of shorter than the one I showed you for module 1. This may happen in some modules, but you will notice that the videos are longer if you see such situation. You can always see how long it's going to take to watch the video with the explanation beforehand. So as you can see, it says this video first explains how to define a class and then use it in a program. and then you know it's going to take 55 minutes and 50 seconds. As you can immediately tell from this is one of my own videos that I'm sharing with you here. Almost 95% of the videos in this course are built and created by myself. Here and there, I have used some very useful videos whenever I have seen some colleague of mine has created a much better video and I cannot outdo that. I humbly have added those into the course so you guys can take benefit of that quality. But they're not totaling to more than 2 or 3 videos. Anyway, so simply click here on the play and it's going to start playing. And as a member of the class clock type, it can directly access the as you can see, let me just reduce the audio over there. So as you can see, these videos are combining the lecture parts, which is done through slides, and some practice code, some coding examples that are showing you how to actually do the code and how to actually do the work. What you need to do is take notes if necessary. Remember, this is a video. You may not have access to this when you're taking your exam. And it's always good to create a note for yourself that you can refer back to it. And when the coding is happening, as it is happening right now in the video, I strongly recommend you to code along, meaning open your integrated development environment, which I'm going to explain what it is, and then work on it, type the code, get to the problems, fix the problems, and learn through this. Just watching a tutorial video like this is not going to teach you programming. You have to code in order to learn how to do the programming. Okay, so let me go back out of this. I think that's enough about the videos and everything. And again, all the videos are coming from this channel of mine. So if you're interested to use them on YouTube directly or doing it on YouTube ad, you can add them to your favorites and you can always go back and review those. That's another good reason to be in that channel. So when those lectures are done, then the activities start. Usually each week has one reading activity and the other activity is problem solving activity. Let's just scroll randomly and look at this one. Oh, it's module 10 again. So let's go to module 12, for example, okay? So activity 12.1 or activity 13.1, 10.1, whatever the number 1 is at the end, is your reading assignment, usually has 3 points. So opening this one, here's the activity. Let's go through it together. There is going to be an instruction part, which tells you what is required in this activity. And there is going to be a reference, like if the page numbers that you need to review are needed, they're going to be listed down here. So everything that you need is right over here. Then it talks about the evaluation, how you would be evaluated, okay? And it tells you how you can get the full credit and how you're going to get a 0. There are some resources that are listed at the end of each activity. Those that show you how you can upload a file or assignment, how you can submit it, how you can do an assignment overview. That's a video. So I recommend you to look at this. I could have incorporated those into this video, but this video would have become extremely large. So that's why you have those links. Good news is every time you have an assignment, I'm adding those links for you so you can see it again. But short story is you're going to have a submit button that you click on and you go from there. One thing that I want you to look at is this available from and until from. There's going to be a date. When you open your Canvas, there's going to be a date over here which shows you when this becomes available to you and when it is not accepted anymore. So the until date shows when I will not be accepting the assignments anymore. And actually, Canvas is not going to let you upload anything. Sometimes there is a due date which is before the until date. That means late submissions are acceptable, but again, until the until date, no more than that, okay? That's going to be your assignment, okay? So going back here, let me just go back over there. You're going to have another activity, which is activity part 2 for each week, which this time usually is giving you a programming example. So remember, on the programming example exercises, you need to upload the screenshots of your work. So for all of these assignments that you need to code, I'm going to need your code to be pasted or uploaded as a text and screenshots showing you're running your program. So you have to run your program, and when your program is running, whether you're putting an input or receiving an output, I need you to take in a screenshot, okay? So uh, I'll show you how to take in a screenshot very soon over here if you don't know how to do it. So let me go back to home, talk about discussions too. Each week comes with a discussion. Let me just open the discussion. On the discussion part, so you're going to have instructions. For example, the first one says introduce yourself, briefly discuss any previous programming experience. And after you're done with the first parts, then you're being required to respond back to your peers. Remember, the minimum of 2 is required. You have to reply to 2 of your friends and comment over what they say, okay? So again, there are 2 resources available to you. Canvas video guide, which shows a student discussion. So you have to watch that before you start at least once, right? And then how do I reply to a discussion as a student? Okay, so basically you click here and reply, and then you post your discussion. But again, to save some time on this very long orientation video, I'm letting you go and look at those links in order to learn how to do it. You may ask yourself, how am I being graded? On any assignment, discussion in this course, what you can do is you can click on these 3 dots over here and then click on show rubric. When you click on show rubric, a rubric is going to be shown that is telling you what are the grading criteria. Okay, you have a criteria like here, quality and relevance of the original post, and another one is replies to colleagues, right? Contribution to the learning commitment. And you can see when you're going to get 5 points, when you're going to get 3 points, and when you're not going to get any points, okay? So at least once, read this through. Good news is the same rubric is being applied to the same type of activities within this class. So we have a rubric for discussions, we have a rubric for assignments, and we have a rubric for activities. Okay, so here it is again. So when you open that activity or discussion, you go to the 3 dots, click there, and show rubric is going to show itself. So when you're done with the activities and discussion, now it's time to take the quiz. Remember, quizzes that you're going to take are always designed the same. So you always are going to be facing with 30 minutes limit of time for 25 questions. So there's going to be 25 questions per quiz. These questions are randomized from a test bank. So the questions you see may be different from the questions your friend in this class sees, okay? And then each question is going to have 2 points, which is going to sum up to 50 points, okay? This is a graded quiz for 50 points. All the information you need is explained over here. So before each quiz, just read the instruction, okay? What is included is listed. How many questions is all there. How many questions, timing, anything that you need to know before you start the quiz. How many attempts? Remember, all the quizzes in this course, you can only attempt to submit them once. There is no retake for the quizzes. To keep the integrity of the quizzes and the grades you receive, you cannot retake or make up the quizzes, because when you're done with the quizzes, the correct answers are being shown to you and to your peers. Therefore, when the deadline of the quiz is done and reached, nobody can retake the quiz. So make sure to plan accordingly to take these quizzes and not missing any of them. Remember, it's 50 points per week, and considering each week only comes with 73 points, this is a drastic amount of point that you don't want to miss, okay? So going back over here, that's basically everything in the module. Then you're going to have the module summary. This module summary is basically a reminder to you. So when you open it up, it tells you what happened Okay, it gives you a note usually about the extension or requested extensions, and then a reminder of what you studied and what you submitted. So by any case, if you have forgotten anything or missing anything, you can find it over here and basically go back and take care of that missing assignment or activity. The other way to navigate through, and let me just stop myself and tell you what we did was random access navigation, right? You can go to any of these modules, to any activity that you like, and I have hidden final exam for sure, and just click where you need to look at. At the beginning, you only see the module that is due that week, and then next module is going to be added. So on my side, everything is visible, but on your side, you're not going to see these right off the bat. You only see those, which is a time for you to look at those. So don't get surprised if you open your Canvas and you only see module one. That's the way it should be, okay? So the other thing that I want to mention over here is you can do navigation through clicking on the next button. For example, if you start on Module 1 Overview, you don't need to go back home anymore. When you read this and you're done, you simply come down here to the next, click on Next, and it's going to take you to the next activity. When you're done with this next, go to the next one, and so on and so forth. You can navigate in a sequential order so that you make sure everything is reviewed. If that's a submit activity, you submit it, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is all about Canvas part, and now let's talk about the IDEs. In this class, depending on the operating system that you're having on your machine, whether that's a PC, Mac, or Linux, you can use different IDEs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the ones which are free and you don't pay no money. Of course, you're more than welcome to go and buy an IDE, but I will recommend one IDE per platform. So Xcode is, and let me just cancel this. Xcode, this guy, is the IDE of choice if you are on a Mac, like what I am doing. It is very powerful, very easy to use, and it strongly supports C++ programming. Those of you who are Mac users, just go to the App Store and look for Xcode. That's this device. This app. Download it, and it automatically installs on your machine. We're going to have videos showing you how to do it. However, it's very straightforward. It's like installing any other application off of internet. So that's about Mac. Then we have Visual Studio. Visual Studio comes with two versions, Visual Studio Enterprise and Code. The one which is free is Visual Studio Code, which I have navigated to the page. So look at this, it's code.visualstudio.com, and it's available for both PC, Mac, and also for Linux. So if you're on a Mac and you still want to use Visual Studio to learn it, cool, go and download it for your Mac. If you're on Windows 64-bit, which Windows 10 is, then download that, or Linux, you can also download that. So it's very versatile. It works in all of those. And for PC users, I strongly recommend you to do Visual Studio, at least to learn. There are a good number of companies out there that utilize Visual Studio. Next in the line is SKYLINE. It's a cross-platform IDE from JetBrains. JetBrains.com/SKYLINE is where you go. This also is available for both Mac and PC. It's really a powerful tool and it's very lightweight. Okay, so that's another tool that you can download. Remember, there is a free version and there is a paid version. You want to download the SKYLINE Student. This is just for you to see this exists because it's very powerful. But again, for PC users in this class, I recommend Visual Studio Code because less configuration is needed to make it work. And finally, we have cpp.sh, which is an online IDE that you can use in order to compile any program. Like I can run this hello world here, and it's going to just run it with no problem. Like put Ellie in and it says hello Ellie. This is very good if you are on another computer rather than your own and you want to quickly test something. You just need to have access to a web browser and you can go from there. There are Android and iOS IDEs for C++. I don't recommend you to start using those. It's not very convenient to code on your cell phone, but if anybody out there really needs help with installing those, just let me know. Okay, let me just go back to our class, which I have it down here, and show you how to contact me. If by any means you need to contact me, please use Canvas inbox, okay? So that is right over here in the left side. Click on the inbox. You're gonna arrive over here, click on new up here, okay? New, and let me just cover my students. Then from here, just click on the course, find the course that you want to send the email for. In this case, it's going to be the Comp 250, right? Find the Comp 250, then and the two, go to the teachers, okay? And from the name of the teacher, you can find my name and click over there, and then put the subject in, something like I need help with my activity 4.2, for example, and then put your note and then click on send. So I'm going to receive your email and usually give me about 24 to 48 hours to respond back to you. Anyway, feel free to contact, and I wish you the best in this class. The goal is for you to have a smooth learning process. So help me with your feedback. Let me know if something is not working or something is wrong or anything like that. And good luck.